Talking about a revolution sounds. Don't you know? Talking about a revolution, it sounds like a whisper. While they're standing in the welfare lines, crying the doorsteps of those armies of salvation, wasting time in the uniformed lines, sitting around waiting for a promotion. Don't you know? Talking about a revolution sounds. Who are people gonna rise up and get their share? Who are people gonna rise up? Take what's there. Don't you know you better run, 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 run. Oh, I said you better run, 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 run. Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Cause finally the tables are starting to turn.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Thursday, September 11. The year is 2014, and if you can hear the sound of my voice, then you are the revolution. My name is Smokin Mekhael, and this is the Revolutionary Nightly News, smashing through the lies of the Illuminati New World Order and spreading truth, peace, love and freedom. Remember the 11th of September. Of course, it was on this day 13 years ago where the biggest false flag attack in history took place. CIA trained men attacked the United States, and off the back of that, wars were launched in Iraq and Afghanistan, and 13 years later those wars continue in Iraq and Afghanistan, and they have spread to Syria, Libya, Egypt and other parts of the Middle East. On top of that, globally, here in Australia and in other Western countries and in other countries worldwide, fundamental freedoms, liberties have been taken away from people in the name of fighting terrorism and in the name of fighting against this boogeyman that was created by the globalists to have a Hegelian dialectic, a clash of civilizations where they could control the world and kill off the population by starting conflicts and having one group fight against the other. Divide and conquer. An age-old strategy. And yet it's working to great effect today. They're still talking about bombing ISIS, bombing other terrorists in Iraq and Syria, when the government are the terrorists. The government in America are the terrorists. The government in Australia are the terrorists. Any government around the world that takes away people's freedom in the name of protecting them are terrorists. If you want to look up the definition for terrorism, it's using violence or the threat of violence to achieve political ends. And that's exactly what government is. And that's why I'm seeking to destroy the government peacefully. They seek to use violence, I seek to use love and light and the truth to illuminate what they've been doing for such a long time. This has gone on for 13 years now, and people are dying on a daily basis. I could spend hours and hours and hours going over the volumes of information from the thousands of engineers, architects, police officers, firemen, scientists, and others who have signed their names saying that the official government story about 9/11 was incorrect and that it was a false flag. I'm not going to look over all that evidence. You can look it up yourself. The evidence is legion. The fact that the towers obviously came down with controlled explosives. The fact that there were explosions below where the plane actually hit that you can see on freeze frames. The fact that Building 7 collapsed at free fall speed without being hit by a plane. So many different anomalies. The fact that a lot of these men were Saudi nationals who were trained by the CIA. The fact that Osama bin Laden was a CIA asset. They're just repeating the lie over and over and over again. Hitler said, make the lie big and say it as often as you can and people will believe it. You know, it's difficult sometimes to be a warrior for the truth, to be a soldier for justice, to push for peace, because people don't care about that. So many people, the vast majority of people, are distracted, marginalized, made to feel insecure, and just taken away from reality through so many different levels of mind control. Through television, through work, through the internet, through social media, through Facebook, through poison in the food, poison in the water, poison in the air. We are under full spectrum attack, and you know, I can understand why a lot of people don't want to hear about this. They want to talk about the latest trend, celebrity nonsense, or dumping buckets of ice cold water on their head, when this is the greatest threat to humanity. A government that is global, a government that has massive power and can kill anyone they want under colour of law because they run the laws, they run the police. A government that has killed millions and millions and who seeks to control every aspect of your life until they kill you too. They're the threat, not some boogeymen in the Middle East with a beard. The real terrorists are the ones you see on the 6 o'clock news, and they're addressed as Prime Minister, President. On this day, I'd like you to reflect and look back on the amount of people who have died due to these lies, due to this deception. The massive scale of this fraud that is killing millions, that is literally seeking to destroy the human race. Look into it. Share this video. Share other 9/11 truth information. Share the fact that the government is illegitimate, that the government needs to be taken down. It's difficult to put this message out. You get marginalized, you get ridiculed. But this is what I'm going to do. I've made up my mind. This is how I'm going to spend my time. I'm not going to go down and lie down and bend over to these control freaks who want to kill me, who want to kill you, who want to kill little children all around the world. The spirit of self-preservation is strong within me. The spirit of self-preservation is strong within you, if you can see past the distractions. The spirit of self-preservation is the strongest force in the universe. I'm not just talking to an empty camera here, made of glass and metal. I'm talking to you, because you are part of the Renaissance. And as much as people are becoming more distracted and falling for the lies further, there is an equal amount of resistance and people waking up to what's really going on. The fact that there's so much evidence and so much proof that the government was behind 9/11 is a great starting point to get your friends to be able to see that the government is out to get them. Please research this for yourself. You'll discover the truth. Spread this message. Stand up for freedom. I know that we're going to win. I know that we will defeat evil, and I believe and declare that the spirit of love will overcome the spirit of hate. The revolution is here. Woo!